Abo no nsia adishimai mamu nyina achi ema makwaba ediba XTV eso enne eye benada enne eye ahene mebosum ne deto so nan afimpimien ne edunumienu no emu emrason sensem akoso yema emu ne amahudro sensem aye saka ya boabo ne nyina no se anopa no nsia kase ayedi ebro efrin krampo ni mantemu Pokwasi Festus Adun Plaza building mo na sa ukopiemu ewa barefoot intankese ne so Facebook eye XTVGH YouTube XTV Ghana TikTok XTV391 Instagram XTV Ghana na enanope insembia obete enese aban no dia ba betodwa ese na wotwa ye besimu we de ekuafo atadwe mawe atidene pa wo kiremu se eye kokoo ni buo no on ba be pegem no on ba be kire eye ebo fufura de ba beto kokoo no edi ama ekuafo efuto nso akodi akwakoma electoral commission dream training se wonhwe na woni NDC fo enkasa woni wo mo entrance no mo ankasa enhwe kwan pon be fa so a abato eda ye nem bibia betimi so aye asundwemu na eye impanifo awomo ewo takrade secondary takrade umakwakoso nkrofo maako miensa omuton waduane a ye kiremu akwan omufa so editon waduane no emfa hunidie emma hunidie enkon kant no ya so omumu a enchekra ye domo ekokot ensem ne de edoso de di makoten na mede amawo no kame ho fiti semi akopem sesima edununum webo apa no nsia wo de opete de opahwe no eno kuto na mede ebro oba pa me visa kosi ate enimedin afejibre na mefa kasebo de wo mankasa emfamo aban no ediaba betodwa se sa wo hwe uba ekuedwumemu ena fence no cocoa board fonso ediaba betodwa wo ne aban no aka boma wo edi atodwa se uba ekuedwumemu na wo hwe kwan ya ekuafo ne tetropa wona wo eye cocoa wo de wo sase edima amafo wo tuntum wo sase edima amafo a wo de tu efomba gudie na eya na eni akwakoye nyan papa enti no wo edi atodwa se wo eba betena se wo ne ekuafo nyina kwa akotena se no mo ebisa wo hawo no mo dadwenti a wo de wo cocoa efuo edima eye wona wo tu efomba gudie a wo ese cocoa a ye nyina ye nim se no enema wo man ni sika botre pa no se die no je se wo ese no kram enti edano na wotwe wieye wo di na maako nan edi ato ho no ma wo ato ne din 4-day cocoa exhibition eno ekoso ewa pie mantemu so eho ene ekoso na pie mantemu soafo eyononyam ne set kwame echampon wono so ekopie mu odwumedi na se a wodi nsemsei etudwa.
Although cocoa production has existed for years in Ghana, making positive economic impact, the industry is confronted with imminent danger of the sale of cocoa farms for illegal mining activities. This practice, if not checked, could wipe away all the gains made in the country by the cocoa sector. I would therefore wish to use this opportunity to call on our chiefs who are custodians of our lands, our gallant cocoa farmers, and the cocoa farming communities to say no to the sale of our farmlands for cash to the detriment of our future and our livelihoods.
Na enuechi penifobia wamo ekopiemo ewa jumedi nasi eye president Edima Cocoa and Coffee Farmers Association Ahaji Abubakar Ahassan wono so edia desedie ediama aban no ese wonhwe na cocoa ekuafo womo ha no omo dadwen ema enye wono so ni hawo na wontimi bu cocoa ekuafo se na be ya omo cocoa efu na womo di ma adihye anapose yanom a womo di tu efomba gudie no ni nyina etu betimi etwa
by many Ghanaians about the devastation of the environment, especially in the cocoa farms. The depletions of our cocoa farms and turning them into gold mining pits leaves much to be desired. The matter has become so serious that the vulnerable cocoa farmers are beginning to believe that selling off their farms for gold mining has become more lucrative than even managing their farms. I wish to appeal to you, especially His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, to work harder in fighting the Galamsey menace in order to save the cocoa industry from imminent collapse. By many Ghanaians about the devastation of the environment, especially.
NUH board chairman Edima Ghana Cocoa Board Penny Peter McMenu Bonoso Edi Atudra essay Cocoa Equiafo omu pension scheme no Eyade ache papa no wojide wareshemu omu bose busuma yewumu ya Eyade ebebaso.
Permit me to make this important announcement at the celebration of Cocoa Board at 75. The rollout of the Cocoa Farmers Pension Scheme begins this month. From district to district to register cocoa farmers to be part of the scheme. Farmers are, however, encouraged to register to enjoy the benefits of the much-awaited Cocoa Pension Scheme, Farmers Pension Scheme. As partners, we expect that you will cooperate and work with us to eliminate some of the challenges that threaten our quest for sustainable cocoa production. Here, I am referring to issues such as children on farm, releasing cocoa farms for illegal mining operations, smuggling of farm inputs such as fertilizers, among others. We must put a halt to these practices.
Na afiwe Cocoa Day celebration no any Cocoa Board for almost 75th anniversary no ekoshia ye na no no ochihene wono dwemteni edima event no wono so ekwase bia wodi adesedie ediama wonna ombehie mu nyina ese wo mohwe kwan pa wombefa so no wo kiremu se galamse no ha adwen papa enye asem ketwa ne danokra ebeto odwa se yanhwe yi a ye kokwa ye de kwamono ne koton no yanhwe yi a wo mo engi biom na je se de o ha kese pa ena ye bebre ye se wo man opani ba kwa wono so kopiem wo odwumedie na sibi ya ofripon ado wono osoafo bi di cha wo hwe ekuayo ni eduane ho nsem so wono so ekasa wo di nsem sei etudwa.
Expectations of farmers and industry stakeholders is that a new price of cocoa will be announced as well as the opening day of the season. However, discussions with stakeholders at the PPRC, that's the committee which is looking into the current price regulations, and the expectation is that some good news to our hard-working farmers will be announced early next week. Nana Chairman, we are however entreated to exercise restraint as the new price will be announced early next week. And it is because the committee has not concluded its work yet. So we will crave your indulgence, our valuable farmers, that early next week, this announcement will be made and everybody will be happy. Expectations of farmers and
free ekuayomo ne fa kase no nkopiemo ewo abato ho semsem yi emo na ye nyina ye nem se afempim ye ni adwonu nan abato eda yenim a ye bekwa akosan ye lai etimi ato aba eyi mbahebedwafo ena fence no amampanifo ewo omai Ghana mo electoral commission a wahya ase edi dwuma kwan ye obefa so ne ntutu ya hodo betimi aye se na be ya abato eda yenim no bibibia betimi aye asomdwe na bibibia so etimi akopepepe na so ihihia hodo bi a wode aba beto dwa wo chemu se wonna womo aso se wo se wo mudin eko abato ehumanum a obi a wedi mfie du nwotwe ekono se na adekodi poten anapose krata ye behwe so etimi edi sankrofo edin edi akọ abato ehumanum eye Ghana card no nkwa ene krata ye behwe so edi obi biara edin akọ eye abato ehumanu emo asami beto dwanom opposition eye National Democratic Congress ndi samanyoko no anyo mu de wo mu echemu se sa anamotui ade a wo ba be wia aban mu e de ama impremprem abe wote so New Patriotic Party no pese mo wia aban mu e de ama no now so director e de ma electoral service Dr. Sribu Okweku wono so e de aba beto dwa se wo mu de wo mu nimpefe ese Ghana card no se ye de no nkwa eya ebetimi aboa yen afense no eka hodo a ye bo inflation na bia ye de abato homa foforo ansa na po yetimi de akwakoto aban sa aka no eso ebetimi ate nti wono de wogide warehye mu se Ghana card no eno nkwa na ebetimi aboa yen.
Whenever we do registration, the tension that comes up as a result of establishing the identity of the applicants with respect to their citizenship and their age. So the commission, as usual, did our review of the elections and the activities for the 2020. Then we decided, as part of recommendations from the various stakeholders, to roll out the continuous registration so that we will no more be setting aside some few days to do registration. And in order not to transfer the conflicts from the registration centers to our district offices, then the commission decided that why don't you come out with the most credible way of identifying Ghanaians, which is the Ghana card, so that we're able to reduce the possibility of non-Ghanaians and underage people registered. So that is what the new CI is seeking to cure.
Na enuechi trotro for penny edima National Democratic Congress NDC amanyoko no eyo penny Johnson esedun ketia wode atodwa se imprempren no ehwehwemu kra ba bededi ese nipa maako be 2 million omuye Ghana for eno mo sample enya kan mo Ghana card ne ye enti se koba ne se Ghana card yi so ne yebehwe edi atro amofo din edi egu abato homanum a wanhwe ye ebesi amofo bebre kwan a wo mo entimi ento aba afempimie ni eduonu nan abato no emu.
The use of Ghana card for purposes of registration and the others that have been stated is a bad thing. But the law is very clear that the Ghana card issued to an individual then becomes the means of identification for the purposes of registration. What about if it has not been issued? Does that individual have to suffer because he doesn't issue the card to himself? It is somebody's responsibility to issue a card to him. And they are saying that once the card is issued to you, it then becomes the means of identification for all these things. The problem we are faced with is that you want the individual who should be a beneficiary of the issuance, but who has so far been denied the issuance. You want that person to suffer. Nobody.
Na enuechi Dr. Ransford Jampo wono a senior lecturer at University of Ghana wono so e dia todwa say we ya faha na we ya faha we ya faha na we ya faha emwa yese wo man enti emra so say electoral commission Dwemtreni ne na pamfo no womo ene National Democratic Congress ndi samanyoko no womo mpanifo no womo ne womo entenase no womo nyante ase na gidie imra womo minu no nyina entem se na be ya afempimie ni edunu na bato no bibia betimi ayasonje.
The opposition political party, the main opposition political party, the NDC, has its problems with the process. And we don't have to also say that the issues they are raising are not legitimate. They also have legitimate concerns that they are raising. The challenge now is how the Electoral Commission will be able to sit down with the opposition to iron out, such differences. And so my point is that what the Electoral Commission wants to do is good, but the opposition also has a certain mistrust, against what the Electoral Commission wants to do. So how do we iron out that mistrust to ensure that the Electoral Commission is able to bring all on board? The Electoral Commission cannot proceed successfully with this process without the participation of the largest opposition party. And so I would appeal to the Electoral Commission to reach out, to the NDC and to speak to their leaders and to explain some of these things to them, and then also be prepared to listen to the complaints and concerns of the NDC
such that they will be able to factor their suggestions, complaints, and concerns, whatever they want to do. So that at the end of the day, I think even the NDC believes that we all need a single identification. So we cannot go that route or have that as our objective and then be entertaining other parallel forms of identification. It doesn't help.
Adishimai Mayen Fakasi no kopiemo ewa ahunidie hu nsemu okopiemo ewa secondary takradia edano na wotwe ye sinipa maako nan womo ekoda ayaresabia abro mokoto aduane ewo abonten ne senti no secondary takrade Metropolitan Assembly no womo ebom humodin a womo ayo madwense womo beko monten so na wono moton aduane ewo abonten a ahunidie mapa enka ho bi no womo ebedi dwuma papa na womo eni environmental health officers a womo ewo mensin ne mo ene komutuma ede boa no a womo ekodi sa dwumayi na bra womo ekoye no womo ekopie mo ewo biaye bi a sebi eye public toilet bi na ehonom no womo echire mu sem public toilet ni chempe eyade a obi eton eye nam ai wo hunam ewo honum a wo tonton je se eben ne pa utime mu say perfume ni nyina ewra ehonum a akwakoyo arehosem na afensu no sa ejana bia no nso wo mabom humodin bia ya wo se sebi toilet no efa no omo yi die guga tebi mu a che se enam monte so amafo ewo abonte nyina eyade abide we efa omuhuna no se ya ai betimi edi yade mpo edi abre wo mo enu echi wo sanso ekopie mu ewo Cape Coast station honum railway station hono eho nso esi ejana bia bi ewo hono eno nso kwan amofa so edidi dwuma no ensem fata omabom homodom di credo edi atum sanso mami bi so ewo nchempe ya wono nso eton aduane kwan yofa so edi nua ne aduane etonton no eno nso enye omuhwe aduane nyina egu ye sanso eserve no letter na environmental health officer wono edasa ekowe ya no mkodi se adwumayi eye Abdul Karim Hundu wono ene kasa e wo chechim semsi ediman centre for
the food seller here has no medical certificate of food vendors certificate, meaning he has not gone for screening, because what she is telling us is that it is in the house, and we know as a driver wherever you are going you have your license. He has no license, so we have taken action against her. She will stop operating until she finishes all the medical screening before she will start. The second one is that when we came, the food, that is the soup and other items, were exposed to flies. You could see that flies were hovering on the food that they sell to the public. So we have told them instantly to pour the soup away.
Na enuechi womo sanso ekopie mu ewo takrade honom yase food joint bi ewo honom pa ye friend Davi Ama Choba na enumo no anopa ewia ukopie mu wo se na mafo etu egu honom a womo didi no enye bi ni womo kopie mu ho so no womo ehwe kwan womo fa so di nu aduan bi womo nu aduan bi womo ton na ahundidi mapa enkoyie kwa eho nso womo etimi aserve womo letter so womo bepie mu ewo womo asoeye enye ho nko womo sanso kopie mu ewo restaurant bi sa restaurant ne nso no eye hotel na restaurant eka ho womo echi womo san insan hodo a womo ton di ma amafo no ko womo fa so edi insan ne di gu fridge mo e na afenso ebi nso wo honum kra na womo mra so expiry date aka womo na so womo guso eton edi ma amafo sa restaurant ne nso womo edi krata edi ama womo say womo bepie mu ewo masoeye.
We have closed down four facilities, food joints, and then a choba, or is it a restaurant, that we have closed down, because what we have seen inside is very applauding. So we have locked them and then we have closed them. Then 3 notices have been given out to example is like Atlantic Hotel. We have given a notice giving them 2 weeks to seal an area which is leaking, which can equally contaminate food items in the store. We have closed down.
Enuechi coordinating director Edima Tadi Sub Metro Nana Asempane ye wono nso ekomo ho bia wo mokodi se dwume wono nso de sem say eto central for any.
Essentially, we just want the general public to know that in Sekondi Takoradi, the Metropolitan Assembly also has its bylaws that it operates with as far as environmental hygiene and others are concerned. So we cannot say that the impact has been good, but you know that as we went around, a number of places that people or who do not comply or with our regulations have had their premises closed. And we are hoping that people who are also watching would also put their houses in order. Like it is, we went to some places and they are like, you never told us we were coming. No, we are not supposed to tell you that we are coming. Just as Christ will come without informing the world.
Adishimai makasi bono esi meda wasisa onyabre enya daje na ohwe ye memfa sedam fama DJ YX wono ene gina camera na chi emame na sa wokopie mo ewo MC ahon so de twa me tu mo eye Bismarck law etan na chi nipa kunchi nsem nyagu krata so mame eye Zinab Ahasan mi ameken kande mawo eye obapa mevisa kusua ate memfa sedam fama chichi beauty salon se brand won sese wuti ne ho kamapa emfama omore no na makeup no okwakoye wedding engagement outdoor program bi okwakoye bi opo bi sese ho ade ama no chichi wose frɛ no was 0547254078 0547254078 Samsung and Ayet Christian so se bra no mo atade kama mfa hye nko program biara opesa woko opesa wusua de pamo so waye krado so obechro wose mfa woni bebi owo wodi frɛ ne keke na fa nyama ne sende no wono abepa no wasanso e de asendo frɛ no was 0242389851 0242389851 Obapa mevisa kosiate enimidi me sorry so magudie mo nsem dia opeti dia opassion no menu abema microphone ata Mr. Mwat waye krado papa wodi ebro mo efidie no enda here medase